Welcome to ClayKilnCraft. This little video is going to show you what we do in your class and how we are working very hard to keep you safe during the process. When you arrive, please queue outside, making sure that you socially distance. You will be going in one at a time. The first thing that you will do is sanitize your hands. Take off any coats or jumpers using the bags provided and leave them by the table on one of the stools. After this, please put on an apron and then put on a mask. Take 2 tea towels and go to the wheel that you have been shown to. To sit properly, you have an angled stool which helps you get the correct position. You need a nice straight back to be sitting right at the back of the stool. You roll your shoulders back and you bend forward from your hips. Your eyes should be looking down into the centre of the wheel. If they're not, adjust your stool, either bringing it forwards or backwards so that you are looking comfortably down into the centre. We are going to go into the clay. Using the middle finger, we press down, making a V shape, and then when we get down, we pull out towards ourselves. So I'm supporting my wrist here and trying to keep myself as steady as possible, going down very slowly. When your hand gets dry, just lift it out and wet it again. Take your time. If you get any water in the middle, use a sponge to dry it out. We need to leave about 1 centimetre at the bottom. So when you think you are at 1 centimetre, you will need to check it. The way that we do that is we stop the wheel, we get the metal pin and we put it down into the centre. Leave it there, reach down with your hand, keep your finger pressed at the bottom, pull out, and that will show you how much you've got left. If you've still got more than 1 centimetre, you need to carry on going down. You don't want to have less than 1 centimetre. When you have got 1 centimetre, you need to pull towards you. Try and keep your fingers as flat as possible. Try not to lift them up as you are pulling towards you. Do this very slowly because you don't want to lose your centering now. You let go slowly as well. Take your sponge, give a little bit of pressure on the base. This will help avoid S-cracks in the kiln. To start lifting, we lift at about 5 o'clock. My left hand, because I'm right-handed, is in the inside. I'm using a sponge on the outside. I'm applying equal pressure and I'm lifting very slowly. My right elbow is tucked into my hip. My left elbow is loose. Please do this very, very slowly to avoid spiraling. Just take your time. Try not to increase the pressure as you're going up. It's equal pressure from inside and out. When you get to the top, just flatten the top off, just with a little bit of pressure with your index finger, just to keep it nice and level. When you get to the top, let go slowly. Wet your hands and your sponge again, go back down to the bottom and lift again. Carry on doing this until you are happy with the height that you've got. When you are happy with the height, we are going to do some trimming at the base. For this, you need nice dry hands, so use one of your tea towels to dry your hands, and you need dry turning tools. The first tool we're going to use is a flat edge turning tool. If you are right-handed, you go in at 3 o'clock. If you are left-handed, you go in at 9 o'clock. First, we take it horizontally, going into the pot very, very slowly and removing the clay. Try not to lift the tool at this stage. Then we turn it round so that it is vertical and take off more clay. Do this a couple of times until you get a nice straight pot going from the bottom upwards. The second time you can lift the tool a little bit, but just be careful you don't ruin your shape. After that, get your sponge and smooth out the outside. you do have to apply a tiny bit of pressure. Your sponge should only ever be just damp. It should never be really, really wet. To make shapes, the first one we'll do is a rounded bowl. If you think about the shape that you want to make and just practice what the shape would be, then you will know where the pressures go. To make a rounded bowl, you start off applying pressure from the inside and then you exert pressure from the outside after the halfway point. Nice and slowly. I'm still using my sponge here. You do not attempt to do the shape in one go. You have to build it up bit by bit. Otherwise you cause too much pressure on the clay and it can collapse. And just keep doing it until you are happy with your bowl. I'm now going to straighten it out and show you a couple of more different shapes. So the next shape is a lip. So for this, the pot has to be fairly straight, and what you do is take your index finger, bend it, have it at about 5 o'clock, a centimetre below the top. Using your thumb, just press the clay down. Try not to pinch it, just press it down. And it's as simple as that. So I'm just straightening it out again, and now I'm going to make a wide bowl. And here, I'm going to use my fingers in exactly the same way I did when I pressed down, and I'm going to start from the top and just work my way out, choosing my angle and sticking to it. I'm supporting my wrist again to keep myself steady. When I'm happy with the shape, I just pull my fingers out very gently. I then take a sponge, take all the water out from the middle, this is very important, and smooth off the shape in the middle. I then wipe my hands again. I'm just going to finish the outside with a different turning tool, this time a tool with a point on it. Make sure the tool is dry, and I'm going to go in at a 45-degree angle. Again, if you are right-handed, you would do this at 3 o'clock. If you are left-handed, you do this at 9 o'clock. Just take it off bit by bit. Again, you can lift your tool, but be very careful that you don't ruin the shape. Get your sponge, smooth it all out. This is your last bit of finishing, so make it good. Here, I'm just going to curve it in a little bit, just to have a little bit more interest. And there you have it. When you've finished, your pot will be taken off the wheel for you. Take your dirty tea towels and go into the glaze room. There's a bin for your dirty tea towels and your apron in there. Wash your hands thoroughly. Go back into the main studio to choose your colours. Have a look at the range that we've supplied. Write your name, the date of your class, the time of your class, and the colour that you have chosen on the piece of card supplied. After you have written all that down, use one of the Dettol wipes provided to wipe down the pen and any of the test towels that you have handled. Put this in the bin supplied. Please take your bag, and when you leave, please make sure you sanitize your hands again. You will be contacted within the next few weeks as to when your work is ready to collect. We will send you details of appointment times for collections. Take care, and we hope to see you again soon.